Hello and welcome back to this Board Game Life. I'm your host, Mark, and today I'm unboxing Point Galaxy from Flat Out Games and Alderac Entertainment Group. From the team that brought you the card games Point Salad and Point City, Point Galaxy is a fast card drafting sequence building game for the whole family. Point Galaxy takes the same simple concept of drafting cards and building the best combinations and adds new layers of sequence building, set collection, and racing towards objectives to the mix, making the game easy to learn but challenging for everyone. Rules are simple. Take any two cards from the dynamic market and add them to your expanding galaxy. As you place cards, create solar systems by arranging planets in numeric order, and earn bonuses by collecting suns, asteroids, moons, rockets, and research projects to score the most points. There are over 140 unique double-sided planet space cards, so you can create a completely different galaxy each time you play. This game is designed by Molly Johnson, Robert Melvin, and Sean Stankiewicz. The art's by Dylan Mangini. This is published by Flat Out Games and Alderac Entertainment Group. This game is published in 2025 for ages 10 and up for 1 to 5 players, and it takes 15 to 30 minutes. All right, so as always, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell icon. We are now, I'm pushing 2 videos a day. I don't want to overload everyone, but I'm never going to get through this Gen Con content at 1 a day. Oh, and if you see this box right here, I got a box full of stuff I'm purging. I got to get out of the library. So I got to make room. I got some space, but some of these this cube has already got a spot. It's already claimed by Nemesis here on my floor. I got to put it in that one, but I got to get to the unboxing. And a couple over here, I got some more space, but I still got a pile here. So we're going to start putting 2 videos out every day. So let's start with Point Galaxy. All right, so I love, if you've played any of the Point games, Point Salad, Point City, I love Point Salad. Point Salad was a blast. I did pick up Point City. I have it. I played it only once. I really wasn't a fan of Point City as much as Point Salad. I don't really know why. But this one I was really looking forward to, and it did not disappoint. I got to play this at Gen Con. In fact, I backed this, but I ended up getting a copy at Gen Con on their big game night. So I got another one on the way eventually, when my crowdfunding one, whenever it shows up. So I guess I will be doing something with those, giving those away. But all right, so we got our rule book. It is, what do we got? 16 pages, very colorful. There's a solo mode in here. There's really not a lot. This isn't that hard of a game to learn. So, this is a card game with the 16-page rule book, but there is a solo mode in here. Your game ending and scoring is already at page 10, and you don't even start learning how to, the setup's on 4, so gameplay starts on 6. So it's like 4 pages really of how to play. So don't be too concerned. So these are some of the rockets. You can gain points by achieving certain goals. Once you have enough rockets played out, then you can take one of these, which will give you points at the end of the game for certain goals that you achieve. Score pad. All right, and then we just have 2 decks of cards. So like I said, if you're used to the point games, there really won't be a whole lot new here. It's just 2 big decks of cards essentially. And so let's take a look at some of them. I'm not going to teach how to play. Sometimes I keep forgetting. These are unboxings. These are not how to plays. Sometimes I'll start talking about what does what, and that's not the point of these videos. And I've only played this one time, so I'm certainly not in a position to share how to play. So, I wish they'd go to those paper, because like these little plastic pull tabs things, I like when they just wrap it in paper. It's so much easier to to get the cards open. But I still prefer the plastic wrap around the box. Thank you. I appreciate that this one was. I hate when they put stickers on the box. All right, so we've got 5 cards. These are our setups. There's aids for setup and then the card types. So we do have some planets. There's a planet X. There's the sun, the moon, the wormholes, and the asteroids. So these are telling you what each of those cards does, and then talking about how to set up and scoring on this side. So we're just going to take a look at some of the cards. Again, these are dual-sided. So you got suns. These are your starter cards right here. These are your starting suns. So everyone gets like a sun they start with. And then you just start pulling cards off the deck. But I'm not going to go through all these. I mean, that's a lot of cards, and they're double-sided. So I'm just going to that's a science. That shows you got science. That's the number of the card. This is a moon, so you can use, you're using, that's, I think that's also a science token. No, that's something different, I believe. I don't remember. There's your rockets. So once you have like 5 rockets out in your thing, you can take one of the, these will be sitting out. So many of these will be sitting on the board, and you can grab one. You can grab whichever one you want. So I better keep these all in the same, facing the same orientation. But so we've got moons, planets. So lots of different colors. Here's a wormhole. It does a different thing. More planets. So again, you're going to have your 3 piles out, and like they're going to be like kind of faced up like this, and then the other side, the planet sides, will be out in the game. And I'm zoomed in a little too far. Let me zoom out a bit more. But you're going to, just like Point Salad, Point City, you're going to have your 3 decks up here. And then you can take any 2 cards that you want to play into your galaxy. So you can take like the moon and play it, or the asteroids, or you can take the card that's out here. So, and then you're basically playing into a sun, and you're doing kind of rows. So every row has to have a sun, and then so this is saying for every blue and green planet that you have in the solar system, you will gain 2 points for that pair. So you're trying to kind of get those, but then you're also trying to run the numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're working your kind of way up or down with the numbers, putting your planets in order. So you're trying to kind of do those things. So these are my starters. I want to keep them separate. Got to keep them separated. But that is basically it. That's a look. I mean, there's just a bunch of planets with different symbols on them, different colors that are going to come into play during the game. These can be like, this can count as like either a green or that pinkish planet. So there's things like that. And then again, the other side, you've got suns, which you do need to make new rows. We got moons. You saw some asteroids, more suns, which are ways to score. All right. So that is Point Galaxy. It's a very fun game. I really liked it. Like I said, we played it at Gen Con. It is a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. And so I definitely highly recommend it. If you like the Point games, I don't think you're going to be disappointed with this. And what did I just do with my starter sun cards? I think I just put them somewhere on the bottom. I want them on the top. So yeah, if you like the Point City, Point Salad type games, this is really fun. Just a new theme. So like I said, check it out, and I think you're going to have a fantastic time with it. Again, please like, subscribe, and follow so that you're not missing any new content. And we'll see you at the table.